hard. That's what I do. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
No. Got it. It's
All
asking
right.
me. Okay, got it. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you again, Keena, for spending some time with us this morning. Today's Friday. I know we're all busy, but we really appreciate your time. I know that these are some very difficult, tough times that we're living through, and it's an honor to be able to share this testimony so that we could possibly help some other people, other families out there that may feel like they don't have any options. And this what we did with you is it's a very important test case to know that, okay, there are ways to help people, and um, be creative, and again, it comes from wanting to make sure that we find solutions for all the different problems out there right now, so
It's so bad. It's so serious. I know I'm gonna probably end up crying, but the most important thing is that, you know, if we are blessed, if we are lucky enough to have a home, like myself, like I'm a single mom, have two kids. They're not kids anymore. But for me, they're always my children. This is, I'm very blessed to have a home. I did, my godfather basically gave me this house because I was homeless and running from, literal studio to studio with these two kids. And I was just having massive problems. So my godfather gave me this home. I've held on to this home. And, of course, when you start, thinking of property taxes and all these different things that you have to do, okay, I was always on top of everything. Everything was always taken care of. Well, I decided to help my kids a little bit more to get a start in life, and went out to get a loan the first time ever on this house. And it just, everything went wrong from that moment. And it was right before this lockdown too. So, which might have had to do with why the kids, especially my daughter, needed some money, needed to get her life together. And I wanted to help her. I thought, oh, I have the house. I've heard about people getting, money from their equity. I really don't know anything about these things, but I did find a lady. I started going through the loan process. I got this loan. I was making the payments on the loan. And I noticed that, the payments just kept going up. And if I was late, like one month, which I think I was only late like two or three times, but it just kept going up and going up. And then there was all these radical fees because I was late. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is getting out of hand. So I looked into it further, and I come to find out, because I really didn't know all the details. I was really probably just too excited and just kind of signed everything and not really looking at all the details. But I come to find out I was in an interest only loan. This was devastating to me. I mean, that's where I knew I had really made a grave mistake, because the payments were very high. He just kept charging more. And I called. I I literally was driving home from work one day. I had a bad feeling because I was late on the payments, and I was like, I just don't want to pay this person anymore. He's trying to take my house. I know it. And I kept asking him, can I just, work with you and get in a regular loan? What's going on? This was not what I was. He said, I didn't have anything to do with you starting the loan. You have to pay the bill to me, the loan. I'm like, but it's interest only, and I've been paying you for years. Anyways, long story short, I called a lawyer because I was pulled over on the side of the road, freaking out, crying. I had just got a phone call that my house was in default, and somebody, someone was going to help me. And I'm like, I knew that things were going to get bad because I just couldn't afford to pay the man anymore. He was going to take my house. I could feel it. There was nothing I could do. I didn't have enough money. Anyways, I pulled over on the side of the road. I called a lawyer, and the lawyer referred me to Angelo. And this is this journey with Angelo and with you has been the most profound of my life. I mean, I even just till like a week or two ago, I did not think this was going to work out. I did not, because everything has gone wrong since this loan officer and everyone came in my life. Everything has been going wrong. You know, around every corner, it's more money or it's more fees or it's more problems, or it was just always something. And, you know, Angela was always so calm, so cool, so like determined. And I just kept explaining my situation and just giving him everything that he wanted, whatever you want, like as far as my paperwork and whatever. I just, you know, and I'm literally like was running on fumes at this point. And like the last dollars I would have, I would send all the paperwork, and he was just very positive. And even though in my mind I was thinking, you know, he was just so nice and I was so happy, but I was thinking this isn't gonna work. This whole time I kept going, this isn't gonna work. This man's gonna take my house, you know. And as we got closer to the deadline, I was really starting to think he's just gonna take this house, you know. I'm gonna have to figure out, you know, you know, I'm scared that I'm gonna go back to living the way I was, because my daughter, you know, they don't, my son and my daughter really don't have any money, you know. They're thank goodness my daughter has a fiance now, and they both work, but if there's an emergency they come to mom. So either way, Angelo just worked so incredibly hard. There was so many hurdles to go to climb over. I mean, I had a very, very bad situation. So to me, if you guys could help someone like me, where everything was working against me, you know, I don't have good credit. I didn't have anyone to turn to for good credit or a steady job. None of these things. I was in default, you know, it just goes on and on and on. No money in the bank, nobody who would take over the loan. It just went on and on and on and on, that I just didn't think it was going to work out. And I still to this moment don't know how Angelo pulled this off, except for you and the people that you guys deal with. It's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle that I actually get to keep my house. And now I know how hard I will work and strive to do things right, to really read all the fine print, to really save my home. You know, I don't ever want to lose my home. This is all I have in the world. This is it. This is really it. And I didn't know how valuable it was to me till it was just this so close to losing it. I mean, you guys are miracle workers. I don't know what else you could say, you know. I mean, it's a shock. I know God is good. I'm so blessed to know you guys and that we pulled this off. It's a miracle.
Wow. You know, thank you so much for sharing that story. I had no idea all that behind the scenes that you just shared.
Oh,
All
there's
the
so much
information.
more. Angelo knows it's
Right.
so much more. It was bad. I mean, even right up until the last moment, every time we turned around, right, Angelo, he was like, oh, there's going to be the fees that he would charge for anything are above and beyond anything normal. And it almost seems like it's criminal. Like you cannot charge that much for, you know, a day-to-day basis. I mean, he just would find everything he could to take this house. I know that was his goal all along. It's a miracle.
Right.
It's a
Right.
miracle that I have it. And I'm going to do everything in my power. I will work. I will not miss a day. I just got literally my whole energy and attitude changed. And I've already got an offer to move up at my job in the last couple weeks. And
Wow.
I honestly believe that's because of you guys. It's because of Angelo just talking me through the process of what it requires to keep this house. And I just changed my whole work attitude and ethic and everything. I mean, this is a miracle. It's a miracle. God is real. God is good. You guys are great. I don't know what else I could say.
Well, that's more than enough. You know, we really appreciate that. And I just want to say that this is the beginning of a journey. You know, we just took step one, and we're gonna be here for the next following steps. We're gonna
Thank you.
We have some time, right? We have some time. We were
Yes.
able to buy the next
Yes.
12 months to work on, and we're gonna work on the credit next. So that's the
Yes.
next step.
Thank you.
And
Thank
then
you.
yes,
I know
and then
it's
the
required.
next, yes, we have to do that. And then the next step after that is we want to get you to a certain point of understanding the programs and the products and the concept, the whole structure of how these loans work. So that way you know how to choose the right loans,
Okay.
coming up, and then you know
Yes.
how to leverage against your property. So we
Oh my
do
God, that would be
everything
a
we can.
miracle. It
Yes,
would be a
yes,
miracle.
and
I appreciate, because I am definitely the person who finds this information really complicated. It is. It's very complicated for me to understand, but not the way Angelo puts it to me. When he speaks to me,
good.
I get it. And he listens to me, and I ask probably very strange questions, and he always gives me very clear answers. So, I mean, I mean, even my son, we work together, we drive together every morning. He's just like, well, whoever these people are, they've changed you. He said, because you're much stronger, like you believe in, I can see you believe in yourself now. And before I was just feeling like a failure and like everything was gonna go wrong. It was an impossible thing, but he can see the difference. I feel the difference. I'm totally committed to what I need to learn and what I need to do now to keep this house. Um, and thank you so much for doing all this for me. I don't really have the words, and I don't know how, sometimes I want to shower you guys with a bunch of money because I don't know what else to say. It's just like, it's
Well,
just,
we receive all the gratitude, and we're thankful that we can be a part of this to help you. And more importantly, because of this, just imagine, I can only imagine all the people in the upcoming years that we're going to be able to help. And if you can be with us,
oh, I
through
will be with you. I
through
will.
those steps as well. Yes, that would
I
be
was telling Angelo that at my job, Navis, I have my Navis shirt on and my Navis hat that I work. It's the largest distributor of the cannabis products all over California. And as they just said in our town hall meeting, they're recession proof. I mean, it's crazy how busy we are. We're busier than ever. It just seems that more people buy these products, as these times are tough. It's one of those things. I've never smoked in my life ever, and or any of this stuff, or use any of this stuff, but I see how valuable it is to so many people, and we are incredibly busy. But the young people, they're all talking about buying homes. They're all talking about it. I asked Angelo, I'm waiting for your cards and everything, because you guys definitely will be getting business from me. There's so many people talking about buying. So
yes,
there's
yes.
a lot of
Well,
opportunity.
we want you to be a part of that with us. So
Thank you.
we consider you a partner, not
Thank
only on
you.
this transaction but on future transactions. So.
Thank you so much. I'm all in. I'm all in, Alexander. Trust me.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and end the call there. We're going to stop the recording.
Okay.